recording this class. All right, so let's start seated. Oh, thank you, Dorothy. All right, let's get started seated for just a moment. So I'm here I am in the middle of my mat, and I'm gonna take a second and put hands on the hips. And just notice your own proclivity, right? I think I'm a little tight, not quite awake today, so I can feel my own spine kind of retreating. So we're just gonna begin with a little rock and roll of your own weight on your sitting bones. So I'm moving forward and then I'm moving back, pulling in at the abdominal wall. Each time I come down here, and I'm gonna add a little action in my arms here. So pull the elbows together as your chest opens. Good. And then just continue to rock the weight a little forward and a little bit back. And then let's pause here for a moment with your elbows open, and then you're going to stretch one elbow to knee. So think about as you come to stretch forward, you're reaching your ribs over the thigh. Good. Letting that elbow tap, feeling the spine carrying the weight of your head. And try that just a couple more times. Como no? Good. And then let's go ahead, take your two arms up for a moment and then bring the arms out. Open the chest, and then you're going to stretch and reach towards one side. So now you're just kind of bringing your arms into this stretch, deepening the lateral movement. Good. Estirando las axilas. Right? Just stretching those armpits all the way up towards the sky. Excellent. So now pause here, take the elbows into your sides, and then just push out a few times. So again, kind of put some energy into the arms along where your chest and heart are. Let's now pause with the elbows bent, con los codos doblados, and you're going to take opposite elbow to shin. So remember, this is a reach of the ribs. The spine carries the weight of the head, so feel your head and tail, la cabeza y el coxis, moviendo juntos, moving together. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's take a pause, two arms up, a little palmadas arriba. Good, so just feel your palms press into one another. Now you're gonna, again, pump the arms all the way, just pushing energy out. Good. And then let's go ahead, take your ribs, circle all the way around, and then up on the opposite side. You're going to anchor your sitting bones, circle all the way around. So the deeper you anchor your sits, the more you'll feel your core connected to this movement.
Are you connected to the...
Oh, I hear someone needs to be muted. All right, try it, y'all. Keep doing this for half a second, and I'll put the mute on. It's John. It's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Hi, John. All right, so now let's try this. From here, unfold your two knees, unfold your two legs, and again, work your weight into your sits. You can rock that kind of side to side, feeling your weight move into the center of your isquiones, and now you're gonna open the chest, let your ribs, chest, heart stretch forward, and then exhale, close, feeling your belly kick in. So you're gonna inhale, stretch, reach, opening your chest towards your thighs, and then exhale, bring it right back down. Let's open up, and let's exhale, close. Let's try that again. Opening all the way up. Exhale, closing. Good. Now sitting up nice and tall. Opposite elbow is going to reach towards the shin bone, right? It's a little bit bigger reach this time because our legs are uncrossed. We're really trying to feel las costillas, your ribs reaching all the way out. Good. Inhale, sitting up here. This time we're going to exhale, desdoblar. You're going to lower once again. This is my right leg coming up. You can do your left. We'll do both legs. Doesn't matter. So hold everything else steady as that leg floats up. And then we're going to hold it here. Tap the toe into the floor. Stretch and reach the leg out. We'll go 3. And we'll go 2. And we'll go 1. Exhale all the way. Nice and tall. And then once again, let's lower right back down. Opposite leg, this is now my left, maybe your right. The spine, the shoulders, the hips, the ribs, all estable. Todo el resto del cuerpo estable. Good, so now from here, shin reaches up and out. We'll go 5, we'll take it 4, we'll make this 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Inhale, sitting all the way up once again. Opposite elbow reaches towards the shin. Good. Good. So just waking everything up straight through your center. Good. And then let's try this. Open the arms, open the knees. Knees rise up, arms lift 2. Take this action just a few times. Good. Feel a little coordination straight from the center, and then you're going to hold. Exhale, bring your fingertips right back under your shoulders. Let your 2 feet, los pies, suben y bajan, are going to come down and up, and we'll make 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now your heels, press your heels into the floor and squeeze, pull the belly in. Take 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Very nice. Now from here, 2 arms out. See if you can take the toes, then the heels into the floor. And we'll go 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Pause. Now I'm going to transfer my weight. So this is my right side down. If you want to mirror me, you'll be on your lado izquierdo, your left side. Either which way. The top leg now is going to come down and up, arriba, abajo. So you're going to lift and lower your top leg. We'll make 3, and we'll take 2, and we'll take 1. Good. Now this top arm is going to lift 2, and we're going to take same elbow and knee, codo y rodilla, moviendo juntos. You're going to move them all the way together. Good. And then from here, let's pause with the arm and leg lifted. Take the toes in front and then behind your legs. So here we go. Taking a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1. Very nice. Pause with your top leg, the foot pressed into the floor. Lift the bottom leg down and up, just bent here for 10, 9, and 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Set that foot next to the opposite foot. Cambiamos lados. Good. So top hand moves to the hip, keeping your weight nice and light in your bottom hand. The leg opens and it closes. Belly pulling strong, front of the ribs. Delante en las costillas, moviendo, dentro del cuerpo. 2, and 1. Holding this arm, we're going to take elbow and knee. They lift and reach towards each other. La misma dirección y después bajando. Good. So take 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now that leg is going to travel forward and back. Adelante y atrás. Adelante, atrás. Good. And again, weight is light in that bottom hand. 3, and 2, and 1. Stretch and reach the leg. I think we did this. Did we do this? Try 2, and 1. I hope so. Set that leg down, and now your bottom leg is going to lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. And now I'm going to take my 2 legs to the short edge of my mat. This is my left side facing the computer screen. Inhale, stretch, reach all the way up. We're going to lower to the mat on a 10, and on a 9, and on an 8, and on a 7, and on a 6. Can you hold there? 5. Nice and slow. 4, and 3. Feeling all those vertebrae connecting, and then lowering to the floor. So now let's take opposite arm and leg are going to lift and lower from this position just a few times. Arriba y abajo. Good. Feeling the front of your ribs really drawing in. The base of your pelvis anchored, reaching the tailbone towards your heels. Excellent. So now let's take 2 legs, arms and legs down and up, and we'll go 3, and we'll take 2, and we'll take 1. Good. Sweeping your hands back behind the head, pulling the belly all the way deep. Go ahead, pulse and lift. So this will be 5. Exhale, lift 4. Exhale, lift 3, 2, and 1. Moving the rib cage, las costillas a la izquierda, to the left. 3, and 2, and 1. And then to the right, same thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now you're going to lower the right leg, rotate the ribs towards the left, and we're going to take this 10 and 9. Really reach through the ribs, lowering the thighs, los muslos bajando. Good. And we're going to go 5 and 4 and 3. Warming through the center. 2 and 1. Very nice. Lower both legs all the way down. Take 2 arms all the way up. Elbows pull in to the side. Stretch the hip. Good. And then the arms will lower, and then you're going to exhale. Lift the pelvis. Lift the thighs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the elbows down. 2 or 3 slots. Here we go. Exhaling to lift. Good. Right back down. Good. Exhale to lift. Right back down. Expirando para subir. Lifting the pelvis here. And now your talon, your right heel, is going to come down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Talon izquierdo, your left heel down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 2 talones. You're going to take 2 heels down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the ball of your right foot, planta del pie derecho. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planta del pie izquierdo. The left is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go balls to heels. Balls to heels. So plantas a talones. Here we go. 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Inhale, stretch, reach your arms all the way up. And now exhale, bring your knees here for a moment over your chest. Exhale, lift your head and chest. Opposite arm and leg stretch out, and they pull center. Reaching out, pulling center, reaching away, pulling center. Right arm, left leg, brazo izquierdo, pierna derecha, brazo derecho, pierna izquierda. Good. Pause here, lifting your head and chest just a hair higher. Slide the hands behind the thighs, lower the head and chest, and take a big stretch of just your right hamstring for a moment. As you're stretching this leg, let the left leg circle just a few times in la cadera. You're going to let this leg circle as the shoulder blades continue to move together. Cambiamos la dirección. You're going to change the direction, moving the other way. 2 and 1. Very nice. Una pausa. Let's pause. Bring your hands here to your left shin. And then the right leg is going to reach all the way out and away, haciendo círculos. Good. And then you're going to circle all the way around the opposite way, really feeling the sturdiness and the stretch in your left hamstring. So let's pause. Take your 2 legs back up, and let's bring our fingers together. Exhale, lift the head and chest again, and then from the belly, pulse 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Rotate the ribs to the left, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rotating the ribs to the right, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center, 2 arms up, bend your 2 knees. And then this time, exhale, lift the pelvis, and you're going to let the right knee, left arm lift together, lower together. We'll go 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Let's try that on the other side. Otra vez, otro lado. Here we go. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. And now from here, right leg up, left arm. Reach out and in, afuera, adentro, afuera, adentro, afuera, adentro. Last time here, lowering those limbs. Otro lado, this is your right arm, left leg, afuera, adentro, out and in, 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Bajando, pushing through the heels, lifting the sitting bones. One more time now. Right leg, left arm, stretch and reach them up. Pulse and lift the sitting bones for 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bajando. Y hacemos otro lado otra vez. Good. Pushing for 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly lower the leg. Push through both feet. Let the pelvis come all the way back up. Arms down to your sides. Let the bones of the back come down to the mat on a 10, on a 9. Feel each bone. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 legs up, and let the toes tap right back down. So you're gonna flex, reach the heels, tap the toes right back down. Feel this deep work, deep in the belly as the toes lift and lower. Very nice. Pause with the knees bent, sweeping your hands behind the head, scooping the belly in. Extend the right leg as you rotate towards the left thigh. Inhale back to the center. Rotamos otra dirección, and we're gonna go 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Pause here, lowering the head and chest. Arms are gonna sweep out, and you're gonna take the legs, let them float to the right and back to the center. So flotamos las piernas a la izquierda y al centro otra vez. So piernas a la derecha y al centro otra vez. Piernas a la izquierda y centro otra vez. So now you're gonna let the legs float to the right, extend 2 knees, float right back down to your center, extend 2 legs, otra dirección. So once again, por el belly, through your belly, stretch, reach out and away. Por la pancita, y hacemos otra vez. Good. So now, let's take a little pause with your legs floating towards the right. Bottom leg, that's your right leg, goes down and up. La pierna derecha. Good. Let's go 6 y 5 y 4 y 3 y 1. Muy bien. Bajando y estirando otra dirección. Now the bottom leg comes down and up. 10, 9 y 8 y 7 y 6 y 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right back through the center with your bent knees. Take your legs up. Now turn toes in, heels out. Good. Our toes in, heels in. So we're going to try that just a few times. Waking up, internal, external rotation. Let's pause with your heels together, your toes apart. Lift the head and chest, elbows straight to the knees. Exhale, release, coming right back down. So you're gonna lift up, tap maybe elbows to knees. Exhale, return to the floor, elbows to knees as you come up, right back down. Let's do that one more time. And then you're gonna lower the head and chest, arms back out to the sides. Let the legs travel to the right, around, and up. Now let the legs travel to the left, around, and up. Now the legs to the right, around, and up. Legs to the left, around, and up. Pause, bend the knees. Hands here to your ankles for just a moment. Let the legs relax. So let one leg come all the way down. Really feel, and then try that same stretch moving to the opposite side. So the inner thigh is getting a big stretch. And you're continuing to mester, so that's rock your back. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead, pause, take your heels together, click them 3 times. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Exhale, pull all the way up into a seated position. Floating the arms up, tap the toes, down and up. We'll go 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Very nice. Hands here back behind the heels. Flex the feet. Flexionamos los pies. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you can rock all the way back into a position more on your shoulder blades. Once again, 1, 2, 3. Clicking the heels. And now exhale, bringing yourself right back up. Arms float out. So now you're going to extend legs. Actually, don't do that. Extend your right leg, 2 arms. And we're going to go 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Other side. 2 arms, 1 leg. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Pause, lifting your feet, hands back under the ankles. Flex los pies. You're going to flex your feet. And then exhale, roll it right back onto your shoulder blades. Oh, let your back really, really, really stretch here. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, finding yourself right back up. And then from here, now your 2 arms are going to float up, 2 legs out. Here we go, tapping down, lifting up. 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Hands here to the backs of the ankles. You'll exhale and roll back. Very, very, very nice. Good. And then as you feel ready, bringing yourself right back up to a seated position. Take one arm, the arm closest to the computer screen. Over, over, and then 2 hands. Al piso. And from there, exhale, lift your hips, lift your pelvis all the way up. So now begin with me a little cat-cow. Subiendo la cabeza y el coccyx y bajando. And trying to take those movements at the same time. And then let's try this. You're going to exhale, keep your head lifted, reach one arm back, letting the chest open. Reach the opposite arm back. Same thing, feeling your pecho abierto. Very nice. Cada vez, cada vez. Good. And now let's try with that arm back, little rotation. Good. Hold the palm facing out. Exhale, stretch, reach it up. 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Setting the arm down. Exhale, reaching back. Good. And then so from here, you'll turn the palm all the way and then take a 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Work the inner outer rotation. Good. Then lift it. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, bringing the arm back down. Push your 10 toes into the floor. Exhale, let the pelvis come all the way up. A big stretch into a down dog. So check your back here. You could even try almost like a, I'm going to soften my knees and make my down dog here kind of a cat-cow. So you're letting the head and tail move closer together. Exhale, allowing them to come and reach apart. Very nice. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead, lower your 2 knees back down once again, floating the arms up, and then floating the hips down, and feeling that connection through the abdomen, por los abdominales, todo el tiempo. Good. Exhale, reaching up and coming forward. Exhale, reaching up, coming forward. Good. So let's pause here, down low. Let the elbows fold into your sides, the sides of your ribs. 3 and 2 and 1. Exhale, now place your forearms here on the floor. And you're going to lift the hips and pelvis all the way. With your right leg by itself, lift and lower. So you're just letting the leg straighten, come all the way, make sure your neck is released. Take one more round. Exhale, allowing that leg to float back down. And now the left comes right back down. And 2 and 1. Very nice. Now from here, lowering the leg, 2 knees into the floor. Finding yourself back in an all fours. Now with the right leg bent, circle it in the hip socket. Good. And now you're going to circle it the other way. Good. And then I want you to hold the heel facing the sky. Pulsing the knee ever so slightly, just feeling a light little lift here. 3, 2, and 1. And now the knee out to the side, down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, move your hips, move the thighs back, stretch the arms up. Good. Exhale, they float right back down. And now from here with the knee bent, the little kisses to the sky. Sending the heels straight up. Good. Keeping your back nice and long. Your head above water. La cabeza arriba. Good. And now from here, leg out to the side. I did this badly. We're going to circle it too, I promise. So bad. Good. And now from here, go ahead. Circle it all the way around. Good. Just feeling the freedom there. Strengthen the glute. Circulando otra dirección. Good. 2. And 1. Very nice. Letting those 2 legs come back down to the floor. Take your hips over your knees and you're sending your weight lado y lado. So you're just going side to side here. Good. And now you can make that one big circle all the way around. Thinking about making the circle with your tailbone. Y otra dirección. Good. From here, let's push weight back into our hands. Exhale, lift the pelvis up. This time the right leg comes up. And then about 5 times here, you can circle the leg in the hip socket. And we'll try that the other way, circling the leg. Little external rotation. Good. We'll exhale, release. Same thing, opposite side. You can lift the hip open slightly, circling the leg. Good. Cambiando la dirección, just taking it the other way. 3 and 2 and 1. Exhale, release. The 2 knees float down. And now we're going to move your torso forward and into the mat. Bring your palms, las palmas, right alongside the ears. So your thumbs, your pulgares, are al lado de las orejas, or next to your ears. Now from here, arriba, chin one way, chin the other way. Exhale, let's lower right back down. Good, let's push right back up, lifting your head and chest. Chin to the right, chin to the left, chin up, chin down. Feel a long spine, and let's travel right back down to the floor. So push evenly through the palms as you rise up. Circling the neck one way, circulando, y haciendo otra dirección, doing it the other way. Good, and now from here, lifting your head and chest all the way, lowering a long spine right back down to the floor. Lift the right leg by itself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend and straighten the knee, back and in, going 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Holding the leg long, letting the leg move out and in. 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Bending the knees, same thing. Leg moves out and in. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. The leg floats down. Left leg, la pierna izquierda arriba. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bending the knee, doblando, flexionando. 5 y 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Very nice. And now from here, leg open and close. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now with the knee bent, open and close. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Exhale, release that leg right back down. And now from here, lift your 2 thighs up. and down. So don't worry about how high you lift, just feel the legs floating up. Good. And now holding the legs, you're going to bend and straighten, taking 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Exhale, lift your head and chest all the way. This time float the arms out and then take opposite heel towards your sitting bone. And we'll go 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's pause with the right leg out. Lift and lower it on the diagonal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cambiando lados. Left leg out on the diagonal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend both knees. Bring your hands towards your ankles here. Perhaps they connect, maybe they don't, doesn't matter. Hands could go to your back. They could reach your ankles. So now, push the hips and thighs down. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Try that with me 3 times. Hips and thighs, push down. Head and chest, rise up. Last time. Hold. And then if it feels nice, you can take that. Rotate onto one side. Oh, and I bet this feels nice on your hips after 10 miles corriendo. Running. And then exhale, lower down, stretch, reach opposite way. Good. And then that movement just really comes from lowering the pelvis. Good. Slide your left arm out or the arm furthest from the computer screen. And you can roll yourself now onto that side. So let's let the arm and leg come together for a moment. And then you're going to exhale. Let them come all the way up. There you go. So the arm and leg lift together. And they lower together. Good. Now let's hold. And you're going to bend the knee. Take the arm over your ear. Exhale, stretch and extend. Bend knee, exhale, extend. Bending the knee, exhaling, extending. Bending the knee, exhale, extend. Take your hand here to the shin bone for a moment. Give this Anattanasana a few big breaths. A nice stretch here. Good. Allow the foot to come down and rest atop the bottom thigh. And then see about lifting the bottom thigh just down and up a few times. We'll go 3 and 2 and 1. Good. So now let the top foot come and rest over the bottom thigh. Hand and foot are going to reach. So top hand, bottom foot are reaching out and away and then tapping one another. Okay, let's try that 2 more times. And after your next round, go ahead, pause. Allow those limbs to stay connected. Let your top knee travel forward. And then maybe that bottom hand to the knee. Maybe the top leg stretches all the way up. Maybe the hands travel towards your toes. Bottom arm and the top arm are lengthening out of the shoulder sockets. Eso, eso, eso. Good. Let's unfold. And voila, you're right back in that side lying position. Let's go ahead, press, lift ourselves, push 2 hands down, sweep the legs, sweep the arms all the way around. And let's see what happens when we intent these positions here on the other side. So go ahead, take a moment, get comfortable, feel top arm, anchor in the shoulder socket. Arm and leg are going to lift and reach towards each other just a few times. Really use your exhales to find extension para estirar. Look at all those arms and legs flotando en el aire como globos, right? Imagine your movement just as floating. All right, so now you're gonna bend your top knee. The arm reaches over the ear, the knee bends, the arm and leg reach back up. Brazo y pierna arriba, flotando en el aire. Good. Last time, hold here, putting your hand back behind the leg, taking a little moment in Anuttanasana. Big stretch. Feeling your neck relajado. Good. You want to feel your cuello, your neck relaxed, relajado. Good. And then from here, let's just place this foot on your bottom thigh, and then we're going to let the thigh float down and up from the floor just a few times. If you're feeling very strong, apply some pressure with the top foot. Good. Let's say that's enough of that. Go ahead, set your top foot in front of the bottom foot, and then let the knee bend. Let your arms stretch behind you. See if the hand and foot can find each other. Again, don't rush this movement. Just see where we get to. And using your next round, go ahead, pause, hand and foot making contact. If they do, top knee traveling forward. You could even put your top hand on your top thigh. Deepening your stretch here. And then exhale and extend your top arm, reaching all the way out. Good. Let's exhale and just feel those limbs finding each other once again. Top hand comes down, top leg lifts. Let's exhale, rise up. Place your top hand next to the bottom hand. Push with the feet. Exhale all the way into a down dog. So now let your blanket travel to the side. Good. And we're going to let the right leg lift, let the knee bend, come all the way up. Place the foot between the hands, plant your back heel, sweep the arms up, find a warrior one for a moment. Front knee bending, back knee straightening. Good. And then let's place your hands on your low back and lengthen out over your front leg. Straighten that knee as you push your big toe base joints into the floor. Good. So do this as much as feels good to you. I'm going to take this hand, my inside hand, my left hand, down towards my feet, into my shin bone, my espinilla. Very, very, very nice. Good. I'm going to exhale, sweep that arm all the way back up. Turn all my toes in. Bring my palms together behind my back and now float your head over. Good. Inhale, place your palms now under your shoulders. We're going to turn towards the opposite foot and then step it back. Now the left leg rises all the way up. The knee bends. And we're going to exhale, place the foot between the hands, plant the back heel, push, push, push as you rise up. Very nice, big stretch here in a warrior one. Once again, the palms are going to come onto your low back as you straighten your front knee. Good. And try not to hyperextend the front knee, but really straighten it. What does it feel like to hold energy through those joints? And let your right hand slide down the shin. Maybe find a little Trikonasana or Parivrtta Trikonasana by lifting The back arm up, continuing to reach the hip back. Very nice. And now from here, I'm going to spiral and turn in. So I'm now standing in a Padottanasana. Arms reach out. This is my right heel. You pick the leg that makes sense for you. You're going to bend that knee and exhale, come right back down. So bend to the knee as the arm comes up. Exhale, right back down. Feeling the knee open. Good. Let's do that one more time. And then bring your hand here back behind your head, and then let your head rest in that hand. And from there, you're going to find a Trikonasana, lengthening the knees as you come over. Good. You can take the top hand once again back behind you. Maybe it reaches to the outside of that thigh. Check in, looking down. Good. And then let's try a little sweep of all of the limbs working together. Pulling you right back up. Good. And then from here, let's exhale. Try that same thing. I've turned my opposite toes out. Good. Letting that elbow bend as my knee bends. Working through warrior two. Good. And then I'm going to hold the knee bent. Hand behind the head. Let my head rest in my hands. It's going to stretch the armpit. Good. And then you'll exhale. Expirando. Haciendo más larga las costillas. Making your ribs long over that leg. Good. Perhaps taking your top hand atrás. La mano encima atrás. And then from here, let's push into the foot. Exhale, bring ourselves all the way back in. 10 toes facing forward. Check in, make sure your toes are parallel. Good, and let's exhale, float down. Perhaps letting your elbows move a little closer to the floor. Okay, excellent. So now, from here, let's go ahead and try just bringing your weight all the way back into your feet, stepping your feet all the way together. Good. And we're going to try I'm going to bring my right leg across my left. And I just want you to sit into your knees just a little bit. So you can do the reverse of this. As you do this, feel your thighs are connected. The knees are bending. Don't have any agenda, don't know what this pose is. Just see what happens if you hold the thighs together, bend the knees. Now, can you pick up the foot? Just a few times. Good, just seeing what happens when that leg lifts. Good, and maybe the foot hooks around. Don't worry about the arms, just be with your legs. Good, let's unfold. Exhale, release, and slow dance with yourself, right? So, no agenda. Brazos, manos, todo. Como tú quieras. A little bit more of this. Good. Okay, so let's see what happens when we cross the opposite leg. So, hips stay level. So what I'm trying to not do is twist my whole side body, but just let the femur cross. And then from there, bend the knees. The toes are resting on the floor. You're just feeling there. Excellent. And then try 10 times, picking the toes up off the floor. So when you take these kind of Pilates principles and you put them in a yoga pose, you take all the shortcuts out and you really teach the body the journey, right? Getting into the pose. So why not? So now we're going to try, if your hips are saying yes, if your balance is along for the ride, try hooking your knees again, just resting your hands here on your hips. Many of us haven't done this pose in a while. No pasa nada. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Exhale, release. Good. So now I want you to try the pose with just your arms.
Everybody, take your arms out over your chest and let the arms cross, one on top of the other. So you're alternating the cross of the arms each time. Just putting that movement in your body, saying hello to your pechito. Good. So now pause. Left arm over the right, hooking the arms. Good. Stay here for a moment. And then if it feels okay, cross the opposite arm or cross the leg over the thigh and try holding this pose for a few breaths. Exhale, release. Opening the arms once again. Good. You can even sway a little bit with the legs. And then you're going to take the opposite arm on top. Opposite leg on top. And again, be patient. It might not happen the first time. Might have to put that toe down a few times. Really work the arch of the foot. Breathe. And we'll exhale, release, and just lightly, lightly, lightly sway. And then let's just start bringing, I'm going to come to the top of the mat. This is my left side. I'm going to bring my weight down to the floor. I hug my knees over my chest and rock my weight. And exhale, come up. So just try that a few times. Maybe it will feel good to now leave your thighs kind of over the face. And give this just a few breaths, letting your low back really stretch deeply. Estirando la espalda inferior. And you're using gravity to help you find that stretch. Go ahead and exhale, release those bones. I'm going to take my right ankle to the left thigh. Stretch here for a moment, and again, once again, merciendo la espalda, lado y lado. Just try that stretch. And then it may feel nice to now take my hands to the left shin. Let that weight come back up. And then expirando, bajando. And now you're going to bring your left ankle to the right thigh. El tobillo izquierdo al muslo derecho. Once again, meciendo el peso del cuerpo. You're just rocking the weight of your body. And then otra vez, las manos en la pantorrilla. You can put your hands on your calf. See about the weight stretching up. Seeing about that weight coming right back down. Good, and then you're gonna take your 2 feet back to the floor. Los pies en el piso. I'm gonna roll towards the computer screen and then really with my top arm, just explore the joint. Let the shoulders circle. Arms stretch up. Now if it feels nice, take this hand back behind you and then roll your weight on top of it, giving yourself a nice little passive hip and shoulder stretch. Good, and then we're gonna exhale, roll off. The arm comes up and then I'm gonna try that same thing on the other side. So I'm just gonna roll onto my right side. The left arm is now circling, swaying in the hip, in the shoulder socket. Then I'm gonna allow the arm to come back behind me, work up in between the shoulder blades, and then I'm gonna come and just rest for a moment on that arm. A few big breaths. Good. Push your weight through your feet, roll off of that side.
Exhale, bringing yourself right back down. This time I'm going to roll once again to my left side. Stretch and reach the leg up. Maybe even take my elbow towards the knee. A light little stretch here of the hip. Exhaling, allowing the knee to come forward. Good. Then we'll try that much on the other side. I'm gonna roll to my opposite side, bring the knee up, get a big stretch. Stretching the hand and the knee behind me. Another big stretch here. And then final little twist. And then we'll roll lightly back onto the back. Arms and legs can just rest comfortably on the floor all the way out. And let's begin to breathe. Spend a few breaths elongating your exhales now, allowing the breath to move in and out through your nose. Now we're just going to slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. I want you to roll your wrist joint so that the knuckles, the hand comes up, really stretch it out. Good, flexing, pointing your feet. Good, let's slide the legs back in, taking them over your chest, a little rocking of your back. And from there, we're gonna push onto one side. Find ourselves seated once again. With our palms all the way together. You can bow your head, close your eyes. Your practice is a gift. Tu práctica es un regalo. Muchas gracias. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Namaste. Oh, Austinites, enjoy the rain. And Dorothy, enjoy your mountains. It looks like a pretend backdrop.